actually won't see. So, just use a label that will make sense to you. So we're going to just say volunteer application, and then add the name of your company or organization or your name. In this case, I'm just going to, use our business name here. And next, the reply to email. So this is where your emails will go to. So I'm going to go ahead and just add my sort of generic email address here. Okay, and then email subject, a new volunteer applied. And I'm going to repeat that email again. So just to distinguish between these two things, so this is the email address where the form data will go to, and then this is the email address that will show up if you set up a confirmation email to send out to, in this case, volunteers who have submitted an application on your website. So slight distinction there, and oftentimes they'll probably be the same, but it's nice to know that you can assign different ones if you want to. So I hit create form. So now that we're here, we've got just the basic default setup. So this field set here is the title that your users are actually going to see. So I'm going to write something that's nice and user-friendly, like thanks for signing up to volunteer. All right. Then at this point, you can add instructions if you want to on how to, fill out the form. Otherwise, please be aware that this form will be embedded in a WordPress page, so you can always put content above the form itself, which is kind of nice. But the instructions option is there if you want it. And then next I'm going to show you, different options for different fields that they have sort of pre-programmed into the system and how to use them. So first, let's take a look at just some of the most basic ones. So you're always going to want, an email address for the person who's submitting that form so that you can get in touch with them. So they actually have a custom-made email type here. And what's nice about that is that you can actually use that custom made type to detect whether or not people are filling it out properly. So if they put something in there that doesn't look like an email address, it will detect that, which is great. We're going to require this, obviously, because we want to make sure to get it. You can also write little descriptions for each of the fields or data entry points questions you're asking people, which is kind of nice if you have specific questions that pertain to that specific field. So pretty handy there. I'm just going to ignore that though, because most people, they get what email is and what that's all about, so that's pretty easy. So we've got email. So for collecting additional information like an address, for instance, they do have an address block as well. You might find that the address block doesn't meet your needs necessarily, so it's really up to you about whether or not you want to use it. But that being said, let's just try it out for now. So you can pre-populate a default country, so that's kind of nice. Some of those fields that come with address blocks can sometimes be kind of onerous if they don't allow you to do those sort of pre-selections. So I'm going to say that this is required as well for our purposes. All right, and again, we have the option to add a description. And then let's see, next we can add, just a simple text area for more descriptive content. So this would be, for like a little essay question or something like